have no clue what this is about to do. I am using a lot more bandwidth than I have previously ever used. I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue what's about to happen. So I'm just gonna go ahead and press publish on all the things, and we're gonna have a good day today. How's it going, everybody? I hope you're doing well. It is a lovely Friday night, which means it is Minecraft Creative Night. Gonna submit my taxes, make sure I am all good and ready here. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. And I also wanted to quickly check something. So I got, like, a little change in my dashboard on Twitch. And it looks almost like they gave me permissions to have access to the vertical format streaming. However, I'm not seeing it. So I don't know why they changed everything. My next question is, do they have other things here? Tanuki, welcome on in. How's it going? We are just getting started here. I'm going through some lovely technical things. You guys have already, be sure to follow Tanuki. What are you guys up to? You guys are playing some Minecraft? Were you playing by chance the new SMP? Perhaps. You guys have already, be sure to follow Tanuki. Great streamer, great content creator. I have had the pleasure of being able to play some Minecraft with Tanuki, so highly recommend checking him out because lots of fun. Hyper, welcome on in. Asparagus indeed. Asparagus indeed. I was playing Mortal SMP. Heck yeah, that's awesome, dude. Love to see it. That's awesome. We are testing some new OBS settings. I'm using like maybe double, maybe possibly quadruple the bandwidth right now. And it's not necessarily doing anything, so I'm kind of thinking maybe that was a waste. But that's okay. That is a-okay. You know, you only live once. I'm gonna check to see if it changed anything on desktop. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it, Anuki. Thank you, thank you. Quality. Yep, no, it's still 1080. I don't know. Am I sending more packets than usual? No. Chat. Is it clear that I don't know what I'm doing? If it's not clear, it's about to be evident. Like, super, super evident. Also, we need to turn on our music. Get ourselves a little bit here. Alright. There's that. Okay. Let that play in the background. Did the YouTube stream at least start? It did. Awesome. Hi, YouTube. I hope you're doing well. I'm working on it. I am working on it. Hello, Israel. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to check to see that everything's updated. It's all updated. I don't know. I'm using a lot more bandwidth than before. Maybe it'll be a lot more stable. I don't know. We'll see. We can hope. That's for sure. We can definitely hope. Okay. I'll just have to mess around with that a little later and see if it actually changed anything. What mod are you playing? I'm not playing any mods, actually. I am just playing Minecraft Creative. And I've been building every single Minecraft update to date. Going all the way back from the very, very, very beginning. Which, if you give me 1 second, I will show you the very beginning. Which would have just been pre-classic. And all we had were grass blocks, stone, dirt, cobblestone, planks, and then saplings. Weirdly enough, saplings were at the beginning. And terrain was kind of something like this. To classic with more blocks and better terrain generation. To in-dev, which had like the first survival tests and the first multiplayers. And then we had InfDev, which featured the infinite terrain generation that also gave us the bug known as the Farlands. To beta? Yeah, beta. And then... No. That's alpha. Sorry, alpha to beta to release 1.0, which had all this stuff. To 1.0 with the super flats, or 1.1 with the super flats, 1.2 with the jungle, 1.3 with the temples, 1.4, which was the pretty scary update, 1.5, which was the redstone update, yeah, and then 1.6, which was the horse update. I think I'm correct on all of that. I may have skipped a number incidentally, and if I did, it's okay, because I'm going to correct myself. Let's see. Rumpel, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. What's your favorite update? My favorite update? That is a really good question. I would say my favorite update as of right now that added, like, all the features that I'm really just pleased with. Oh, that's tough. Probably 1 point... It's hard. That's a hard question. I really actually did enjoy the Warden, and I use it all the time to troll my friends. So I do love 1.19, was it, that added the Warden? Possibly. The Wild update, I think. I did enjoy that. However, I know a lot of people didn't love it. The Nether update was good, so 1.16. Caves and Cliffs as an entirety, 1.17 and 18 were really good. I mean, you go clear on back 1.13 update Aquatic and 1.14 the Village and Pillage update. I love those as well. I just love Minecraft, though, truthfully. So my favorite update to play is the current one because it has all the blocks, all the mobs, all the features that I love. I have never had an update that I have just straight up said, I refuse to play this. I'm just here for the Minecraft, man. I'm just here for the Minecraft. Let's see. I'm leaving to watch my YouTube. Alrighty, sounds good, Israel. Go enjoy the YouTubes. Appreciate you for popping in. I'm gonna sip on some water here. The reason these islands haven't been built is I'm actually going to probably download World Edit to finish those when I'm ready to. But they didn't have any world generation changes, so there was no point in me messing with it. Now this next one is going to have a lot more features that I gotta mess with, because 1.7.2 was the release update that was the update that changed the world. It was a major update to Java Edition released on October 25th, 2013, which added many new biomes, new flowers, stained glass, better networking, new commands, and more. It was released on October 25th, 2013. All right. Let's see what kind of world gen we're looking at here. Also, the music is a little bit loud for me. If it's loud for you guys, let me know and I'll turn it down. So, in terms of world generation, they added the acacia and dark oak trees. They added the mesa, savanna, roofed forest, birch forest, cold taiga, mega taiga, extreme hills plus, and the deep ocean. Did they add any... They added amplified terrain as well? Oh boy. Okay. Did they add any new structures? That's my big question right now. Yeah. This is also, I think, when they changed poppies from being roses to being poppies. So that's another thing. Hey, Al, how's it going? It's good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. It is indeed me. Hello, hello. World gen changes. Melons can now be found in patches similar to pumpkins in the jungle. Jungle biomes were made much rarer. Jungle edge was now has less foliage, but leads into the main jungle. I'm gonna turn that down. That's loud. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna sit with that. There we go. Swamp had some changes with adding the blue orchid. Plains biome had new flowers. So the azure bluets, oxydaisies, and sometimes tulips. It also added double tall grass. The extreme hills had snow elevation changes. They can generate a little bit higher. Taigas were able to generate without snow. And then there were snowy taigas that were added instead. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I think we don't have to do anything structure related. So this will actually be a somewhat quick island. Even though there are a lot of biomes, it's not too bad. So we got to add a mesa, savanna, roofed forest, birch forest, cold taiga, mega taiga. I think. So we'll just start with the mesa and then we'll go from there. Okay. This is going to be a slightly larger update, so I'm just going to put it back here. Boop. /set block. There we go. Let's do stone. Because underneath this, we'll have to put... Well, I guess I should actually do red sandstone. Because on top of this, we'll have to put the actual stuff. Like the red sand. Which is going to be a whole different issue. I guess I should also put the chest up here. With all the stuff in it. That way I can go ahead and get that out of the way. The sooner I do that, the better, because otherwise I'll just forget. I was going good till I just remembered that I have homecoming tomorrow. Then I started stressing. I don't know what to wear. Oof. Homecoming does sound stressful, but I'm sure it'll be alright. I've never actually been. So I can't say with certainty that it is, you know, that you got it in the bag, but I'm sure you do. I believe in you. I believe in you. Allium is your blue orchid, lilac, oxydaisy, peony, rose bush, boop. Sunflower, yeah. Orange tulip. Boop. Okay. I didn't even want to go to homecoming. I think it'll be a good experience. I hope you enjoy your time. Hopefully it's a good experience, but who knows? Red tulip. I don't even know what color that is. Is that blue? It's white. Okay. Then we had double tall grass. So I think it's tall grass now. And then large fern. Okay. Packed ice. Podzol. Cracked stone brick. Infested. Cracked stone brick. Funnily enough, those weren't in the game yet, apparently. Is that mossy? Yeah, mossy. I can't see the green. And then the infested as well. Okay. 2 days ago, my girlfriend kind of just walked up to me in the hall and said, "Hey, gang, I bought you a non-refundable ticket. You're coming to homecoming with me." I couldn't say no, so I just said, "Okay," and walked to class. That's good. That's good that you're going. You need to go. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you that, man, but you gotta go now. Like, that's good. Does it suck a little bit? Sure, but happy girlfriend, happy, I don't know, whirlwind. You gotta keep her happy somehow, you know? I believe they were just called... Were they called clownfish initially? I could be wrong there, but I think they were. I'm going to go back down to history. .13 was when the tropical fish was added. Okay. I need the item, not... Yeah. Okay. So... History and Java. Yeah, it was called clownfish initially. Alright. Just wanted to make sure. So we also will need an anvil. Well, that didn't work out. Boop. Anvil. Clown fish. There we go. Okay. And I have to walk in the homecoming parade since I'm on the tennis team. Interesting. I didn't know the tennis team walked. Or at least they do for you, I guess. That is unfortunate. But... You know, it'll hopefully be a good time. It does suck a little bit, though, because you won't be able to just enjoy yourself the entire day, I suppose. There's a little bit more work to it than what you might otherwise prefer. I'm looking, and it actually looks like there is no red sandstone in Minecraft as of 1.7.2. I'm gonna have to double check that just to make sure I don't absolutely mess this up. So give me a second. Red sand, which is used the crafting ingredient for red sandstone. When was red sandstone added? History 1.8. So it was added after. So I can't use red sand. I can't use red sandstone in the build. Okay. So how did they do mesas? I'm curious. Composed of multiple colors of hardened clay that are layered in a way that resembles sedimentary rock. There are 7 colors. Has a floor similar to desert biome, but made of red sand instead of sand. It doesn't say. Okay, we gotta go to the Badlands. And then we need to go to, I guess, history? Okay. It just says that red sandstone was added below red sand, but it doesn't say what was below them before that. Okay, Minecraft 1.7.2. Mesa. Images. Trying to see if I can find anybody who and show me what it would look like underneath it. You know, I don't know what generates under it. What? I guess what I could do is what generated under red sand in Minecraft 1.72 mesas. It looks like it was just stained clay, apparently. Yeah, it was originally orange terracotta, and that was it. Okay. I think that's... I'm gonna assume that's probably correct, because I can't find anything that says otherwise. Nobody seems to have any pictures or anything for me. So we'll just assume that's the case. Okay. Bop. And bop. Okay. That way I can still see what I need to do. So we're in the glass. Okay. Stained glass. Yes, Spicy, I actually did. I did listen. They were actually really good, I'm not gonna lie. I had a hard time hearing on some of them. But, I did actually like them, I gotta say. You got... Your flow on some of those killed. I was impressed. That one. White, gray. I can't tell the difference between some of these, dude. They're so similar. Okay. We need more stained glass. It's red, orange, yellow, lime, green, cyan, light blue, blue, purple. And then just a little bit more here. Magenta, pink. We also need the acacia wood. And the leaves. And the sapling. And dark oak. Wood. And the leaves. And I'll also need a sapling here in a second. No, what am I gonna harass you about? Yeah, fair enough. I respect it, you know. I thank you for doing that, though, because I did want to listen to them, genuinely. I never had it open so that I could actually listen to it. And so last night, I was working on some branding for my game. And I was like, you know what? I'm probably going to be listening to music anyway. I might as well actually listen to the stuff that I said I would. So I pulled up the Twitter DMs, and I actually listened to the whole album. As for the best flow, I'm gonna say... I gotta pull up the list, because I can't remember the names. Why is Gussie Wussy getting held for review? What the heck? What the heck, YouTube? Hello, Gus. How's it going? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well, dude. How was your travels? Dude, why did I come to this forsaken site? Messages. You. And then there. Okay. I liked 573. Stanthony was pretty good. I kind of remember the final bout being really good as well. And When I'm Gone. I really liked pretty much, like... Yeah, the last few songs, really the last half of it, was like... I really found it to be more enjoyable. I still liked the beginning of it, but the last half I felt was stacked. Personally, it was pretty good. Sorry, late watching film. You're good. You're good, Nafan. Don't ever apologize for that, man. You're good. Thanks for being here, though. Appreciate it. Congrats on grabbing first. Doing fantastic. Safe travels. Tired. Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. I also see that you got your Halloween picture. W, dude. I have not updated anything for Halloween. I need to figure out... Maybe I need to change my skin. I don't know. I'll think about it. Probably won't. But we can pretend that I'll think about it. Let's see. Still first. You're still first. Nobody can beat you, dude. You're just better. You're just better. Okay. So this did not exist yet. We need orange terracotta. Okay. It's these little things that you don't think about, like, oh yeah, terracotta was added, you know, before red sandstone was, and so therefore, for one whole update, it was there before everything else was. Like, I never would have thought. I never would have thought. Be right back. I gotta go record a short. All right, sounds good, Spicy. Go get the short done. Okay. Now what I need to do, this is a really big island for no reason. Why do I do this to myself? King, I have so much crap I need to do now. I believe it. I believe it, dude. You're a busy man. You are a busy man. So I believe it. I don't know the full extent of how much you have to do, but I'm sure it's a lot. Because I know you're not home for very, very long. And you've got plenty more that you got to go do. So, yeah, a very short turnaround. So how many like shorts do you need to record today? Or I guess not even just today, but before you head off again? I know obviously the answer is probably as many as you can. By Tuesday I need 10 shorts done. Jeez. You've done more in less time, so that's not terrible, but it doesn't make it any less stressful because you do need those done. Hello, Sukadi. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. This is single player. Yes, I am just building every single Minecraft update if I can. We're on 1.7.2, which is the update that changed the world. Which added mesas, savannas, roofed forests, birch forests, cold taigas, and deep oceans, I believe. I've only made one short today. I've been lazy. Let's see. This week was massive for me. It was a huge week, dude. You've been busy. You're probably a little tired. I don't blame you for only getting one done. Maybe try to push the bar to get it to 2. And then, you know, maybe tomorrow you could get 3 done. I don't know. But then you'll be almost at 10 done in no time. I mean, that'll put you at halfway finished if you do 2 today and 3 tomorrow. It's like that's good. Obviously, you don't need me to tell you that, though. You know how to do your stuff. I'm leaving my house right now. Oh. Yeah, maybe don't try to get a second one done then. It's fine. I've got tons of scripts to write, so it's fine. Okay, that's good. You won't just be sitting there idly. That's good. That's good. I've been wanting to work on this stuff so badly, and I haven't had time. I actually, my Twitch dashboard is updated, and it looks like I have access to multi-streaming in dual format. So I don't know which one's gonna give it to me first. Is Twitch gonna give me dual streaming or YouTube? But Twitch seemingly gave it to me, and it's using up a lot more bitrate, but I don't see the feature when I check. So I don't think I have vertical streaming there yet. But it's definitely accepting my feed. I just don't know why it's accepting the feed. It's really confusing. But I'm using like double... Yeah, I'm using actually right now exactly double the bitrate. A little over now. On average, it's double, but it goes up and down. So I don't know. I've got tons of scripts to write, so it's fine. I also have editing for Minor Mom to do, which I need to do because I'm going so broke. That's fair. You are probably leaking money right now, but it's an investment in yourself, so it's good. I keep seeing people with on YouTubers my access. I know, dude. I'm really wanting it. Especially because views have been down in general on YouTube, just because of school, I think. So I want to have another format. And I'm also really hyped to see if the automatic clipping tool is any good, like the highlight tool that they're coming out with. I really want to see if that's any good so I can just pump out some shorts without having to do more work. Not that, like, I'm against doing work, I feel like my time is better spent on other places than doing shorts for me, personally. I can't imagine it being very good, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. But on my silver play button by VidCon 2026, I think I might have to retire. You know, they're gonna give it to you the day after VidCon 2026. You're gonna get home, and you're gonna immediately hit 100,000 subscribers. For no apparent reason, but that's just gonna be the way it goes, you know? Then you're gonna have to wait a whole flippin' year to go get it signed by everybody. Boop, boop. This is all in. I'm right there with you, man. I'm not quite putting in nearly as much effort as you're doing, but I want to see you succeed. Like I think you've got it. It's just a matter of time. That's all it is. I need to go find the mesa. That's what we're building. Okay. And then how does it actually, like, generate? So let's go down to here. Okay, mesa biome added. Okay, mine shafts weren't generated on the surface until 1.10, so we don't have to worry about that yet. Okay, good to know. You're ready for 4 shorts a day, hopefully. Oh my gosh, dude, you are going all in. Oh, dude. What the flip? I guess, like, you know, that's the next logical step. If you want more views and you want more subscribers, post more. Theoretically, if you can keep up with it, then, like, yeah. I respect it. That is absolute insanity, but that is awesome. I hope that works. I really do. Terracotta. So we need normal. We got orange. And then red. And yellow. And white. Light gray. And brown. Okay. So it'd be kind of like... see if I can do this. I don't have to do the back because nobody's going to be seeing it from the back. I will, but I'm not going to show the video, so I don't have to do anything. Do something like this, maybe? We will need to talk soon. Absolutely, dude. I want to hear about your trips, too. Like, obviously, I've heard a little bit through DMs. But, I want to actually, like, hear the excitement in your voice a little bit, you know? I'm hopeful that we'll have some time soon. Outside of just a few doctor's appointments, I'm pretty well clear for the most part, I think. Could be incorrect on that. My mom might just decide that she wants to go do something. That's not uncommon. I'll do that. That does look cool. I think. I don't know. It looks like a mesa, sort of. A little bit. Do that. Go up one more layer. And then I think I can do just like occasional dying forest spawn on top of the clay mountain. So like the current mesa that we know nowadays, where was Chorister in this version of the game? Like, it's called grassless dirt, which is Chorister. Yeah, okay. Okay. And Podzol was also added. But it wasn't... yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Boop, boop. Coarse dirt. And then I'll add the trees myself. Because this is a plateau, it's going to be pretty flat for the most part. Okay. Not gonna go too much farther here. I just needed like a little something. Like so. And then we'll just do slash place feature oak or dead pat. I've never seen that before. Hang on. If I put that right here. I only placed one. Huh. That is not a dead bush patch. That is just one singular dead bush. There's two. Okay. Huh. Okay. Interesting. You gotta kind of fluff it up just a little bit so that it looks and feels a little more fancy. Right now it's kind of plain. I don't know. And we'll put one right here as well. Over here. Boop. Okay. So up here, slash place feature oak. I'm just trying to see. Mesa, Badlands, Tree Badlands. There we go. Okay, that's one island. Which one do I want to do next? I guess Savannah would be the best next one. And what I'm thinking is we'll actually attach it to this same island here, which will lead to a much larger island that I don't really want to mess with, but it's easier for me to do right now than anything else, so it'll work. Also, I need to check, because I don't see everything that I need to see sometimes. Okay. I have no clue how to say your name, but hello, welcome onto the stream. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Alright. Boop. Good. Good, good, good. Alright. This way. Now, Savannah is usually pretty flat, so I don't feel like I have to do a ton to it. So I'm actually just going to keep it mostly flat. I will add a couple of small hills, but outside of that, I don't feel like I need to do anything outside of that. Okay, so we'll just fill this in. In the savannah, it generates with acacia trees. Horses can spawn in this biome. Villages may generate here. There is no rain. Very flat with plateaus and occasional giant mountains. Okay. Well, I'm not building any of the giant mountains because I don't want to mess with it. If it would let you just generate like a full-on mountain by pressing a few buttons, that would be so helpful. I'm assuming that isn't a thing. Feature, jigsaw, no. Structure, template. For the template, you can actually place parts of a thing, so fossils and can I place part of a fortress? No. It looks like they don't have everything in here. They just have some of the things. Bastions, ancient cities, what else? Fossils were in there. End cities. Fossil, nether fossils. Igloos. Villager outposts, ruined portals, shipwrecks, trail ruins. Trial chambers. They got all sorts of that stuff. Underwater ruins, villages. But they don't seem to have parts of like nether fortresses and such. So it must be freestanding structures that don't connect with other structures, possibly. So for example, another fortress, it's gonna generate all connected. So it can't generate in the same way that a village would. So the village just tries to generate a certain piece of a structure within that space, not connecting up houses itself. I'd kind of like to see a little bit of variation added to villages. So adding more, like doubling the structure amounts for each types of village. Not adding new villagers, although you could add a new village profession probably. I don't know which one I would add yet, but with all of the new features in the game, you could almost probably come up with some way to incorporate another type of villager. But anyway, all that said, I think it would be kind of cool to see just more houses added to the game. And did I just cut myself? Maybe? I don't know. I felt something, but I don't see it and I don't feel it. I don't know. Juanito, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Howdy, howdy. Just gonna go like so. Small little hill. I guess, like that maybe. Something like this. We'll roll with that for now. That works. And over here, we'll just do another splotch. Something kind of like this. There we go. Hello, Naomi. I'm sorry that you're not doing so good, but it's good to see you. I hope your day gets better. What you doing? I am working on building every single Minecraft update. So going all the way from pre-classic to current era, which will be 1.21.11, 1.21.12, I don't know. Right now I'm working on 1.7.2, which is the update that changed the world. And this added mesas, savannas, roofed forest, birch forest, cold taiga, mega taiga, deep ocean, extreme hills plus, and added some variants of that nature as well, like ice plain spikes, flower forest, sunflower plains, mesa bryce, jungle edge, mutated biomes, plateaus, hills, beaches, amplified world. So right now this one's like one of our biggest updates that we'll probably have to do. 1.8 was also fairly large, if I remember correctly. It was the Bountiful update. And it added spectator mode, a ton of blocks, mobs, structure, a structure for gameplay, survival gameplay, a bunch of commands. Banners were added to the game. New doors were added. New fences were added. Andesite, granite, diorite, coarse dirt, prismarine, dark prismarine, sea lanterns, wet sponges. Sponges were finally given a use. What kind of world gen was added? They added Ocean Monument, customized world type, some new enchantment. That one's gonna be a fairly large one. It's not gonna be too bad to add, though. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot here, though. That's for sure. There is definitely a lot. But yeah, 1.9 will come after that, and we're actually getting caught up. We're probably about halfway done, in all honesty. 1.7, you consider that I had several updates before that, so I had beta, alpha, inf-dev, in-dev, and pre-classic and classic, so that's 6 updates there plus 1.7, so that would be like essentially 1.13 if we went from the beginning to now. 1.0 to now. It would put us at 13-ish, which means, yeah, we're about just over halfway there, but some of those features from the old versions of the game were really easy to add, whereas the next couple of features are going to start getting harder and harder and harder. Like, the update that changed the world was a huge update. I mean, I read off the list of biomes. That's gonna be fun. That is gonna be a lot of fun to add. But yeah, we're on 8th stream so far, so maybe 8 more. I don't know. We'll see. I wanted to finish this series before the end of the month, so that I can move on to new ventures. So my big dream right now is just trying to get this all wrapped up if I can. Flash place. Can I place Savannah? Trees Savannah. Well, that's not really what I want. Feature grass. I guess disc grass. I don't think it placed any. Huh. Try again. It says it's placing, but it's not placing. Okay. They vaccinated me with just 1 vaccine. It makes me sleep and my arm hurts. I'm sorry to hear that, Naomi. I hope that all wears off soon. I know vaccines suck. I've never actually had to get one myself, but I definitely understand how much they suck. So I hope you get to feeling better soon, though. Okay, what about flowers? Cherry, default, flower forest, meadow, pale garden, plain, swamp, forest flowers, pale flowers, tree flower forest. None of those are specifically here, so I don't know. Alright, well, that island is pretty well done. We just gotta build a few smaller sub-islands to go alongside it. That way it looks more complete, but not too bad. Not too bad. Film's finished now. How you doing? Can't believe first is still available 30 minutes in. Hello, Nafan. It's good to see you. A lot of people forget about First Redemption. I may need to set up a thing so that every, like, couple of minutes, if it hasn't been redeemed, it posts a reminder to chat saying, hey, First is available for those of you who want to receive it. But I don't know. We'll see. I may just go, you know, I'll let people figure it out for themselves. But I'm doing good. How was the film? What film did you go see, if you don't mind me asking? We're doing pretty good, though. We're doing pretty good. We're just chilling. Realize that we're a little, maybe over or under, halfway through, building the updates, because there's a couple of big ones coming up, and those may take like an entire stream to build, in all honesty. 1.9 isn't going to be a huge one necessarily, because all I got to do is build an end island for the most part. If I remember correctly, that's really all that was added. It was a combat update, but in terms of visible features I can show off, it's going to be mostly building an end city. So I just got to do /place end city, and then boom. More fun letting people find out or not find out. That's a good point. I watched him. I've heard of it, but I actually don't know anything about it. Oh, it's him. Interesting. Okay. How was it? I'm curious. How was the movie? I also need to... What did I need to do? I need to pull back up the list here so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. Boop. Alrighty. So we'll do like a roofed forest, maybe right over here. And then maybe we'll connect it up next to a mega spruce over behind this. And then, do I want to do the other islands? I may do a cold taiga, because then we can have the ice spikes back there. But I may just kind of go through and add a few more features after we're done with all the islands. I don't know if I necessarily want to spend time doing each and every one of them fully. Because I'm always going to remember to do more later. And so it's kind of like, I don't know. It's really good, worth a watch? Okay, I'll have to check it out then. That's awesome. I'm trying to remember, there was a movie that I saw an advertisement for. It was an interesting concept, but I felt like the trailer gave it all away. And like the end of it all away, like there's a twist at the end, I guess. And the trailer gave away that there was a twist, and it kind of made me mad. And it gave away exactly what the twist was. It wasn't like, it was just like, oh, by the way, there might be more going on here than meets the eye. It's like, no, they told you straight up what is going on beyond just what the original premise of the movie was. And I do remember what it was. There's a movie featuring Chris Pratt. I know a lot of people don't love him. I've got my own opinions on him, as I'm sure many of you do. It's a movie where essentially he's being judged by an AI, and he has to prove his innocence that he did not murder his own wife. And I'm gonna encourage you, if you haven't seen anything about it, keep it that way, because it might be a good movie. But the second you know, the second you watch the trailer, you're kind of screwed because they just start telling you all these little twists and details, and unless they pull one over on you again in the actual theater and say, haha, you thought, and they turn it around again, then they give away the whole movie in the trailer. So it's not... It looked like a good movie until then. I was like, oh, I might actually want to watch this. But, yeah, I don't know. I probably still will watch it at some point, but I don't think I would go and watch it in the theater now. Or the cinema. Don't worry about me, brother. I want to see you happy, and that's the only thing. I want to see that cute face, smiles, or be happy. I appreciate that, Naomi. I do. But I do hope you feel better as well. I can be happy, but still wish you well. So we'll put the roofed forest in here. It's gonna be mostly flat thing. It's just canopies. The Woodland Mansion wasn't added until 1.11, I believe. So, we can just fill this thing up with splash place. Mercy, yes. Thank you, Nafan. Yes. That one. Roof. Forest rock. Dark forest vegetation, I guess. Those add a feature that we don't have yet. Okay, so we can't do forest vegetation, but what we can do is we could do dark oak and just place a bunch of these. Yeah, alright. I promise only for you. I hope so, but you know, just drink some water and get some rest. That's the best way to heal up. I see the description. I won't watch the trailer if it will ruin it. It sounds good. Like I said, it maybe they're gonna pull one over on everybody and the trailer was actually misleading you. But it felt like at the end of the trailer, they showed you the last, like, 5 minutes of the movie. So, I personally wouldn't watch it, but yeah. It sounds good. Like you said, it sounds really good. It's an interesting premise. So I'm hopeful. I'm really, really hopeful that it is good. We have the opportunity to do like a really cool thing here and have multiple level islands with all the biomes on it. So I'm gonna kind of do that because it kind of shows off some of my building skills, hopefully. And then it will kind of give me a good segue if people are like, hey, King, how do you build such cool islands? Which I don't think anybody will. Then I can go, oh yeah, I build cool islands doing this. Although I don't think my islands look as cool as I think they do, probably. They're cool enough, but I haven't built a bottom to the island in forever, actually. I think, when was the last time we built the bottom to an island? Probably way back there in the first jungle. Was when I built part of one, but then I gave up midway through. I was like, I don't need to do this. It'll be easy enough for me to go through with World Edit and do all of it later. Although I'm kind of thinking I might use Axiom instead. I don't know. They both have their purposes. But I think Axiom may do better. I don't know. Slash feature place mega spruce, I guess. Yeah. that. Okay. And then I'm thinking put like one more behind that, like right about here. We'll go down a little bit more. Okay. And then I'm gonna have to see, how do you do ice spikes? Slash place feature ice spike. Okay, you got one ice spike singular. What else do we have? Jigsaw, ice. No. Okay, what about structure? Okay, and template? Nope. Okay. So my best bet is using the feature command and just placing various ice spikes around. Okay, good to know. We'll just kind of bring it out a little bit to here, I think. And then we'll kind of give it a nice big spacing. That way people can kind of see a little bit of how it'll look, and it'll kind of fill in the gaps in the skyline, I think. Let's see, I'm at marching band. Nice. How? I guess a lot of people are probably marching soon. Homecoming is soon for Al. So I don't know if that's anything to do with your marching as well. There's a lot of games going on as well. So the sport's kind of picking up. Face got smacked with a football. Oh no. I'm sorry. I remember when I was like 7 years old, I learned how to catch a football with my face. That sucked. That one sucks. I got a lot of bloodied noses just because of my childhood. Like, if you didn't know any better, you'd probably be like, oh man, that kid got abused. No, he was just really... He was a boy. I was just a boy. You know, my brothers and I, we would get rough. My brother especially would get rough. And, it wasn't uncommon to get punched in the face by him. Not my older brothers, I should clarify. It was my younger one. That led to various attempts on my life. And then, of course, you know, oh, what's the words I'm looking for? Various nosebleeds. And then getting hit in the face with footballs, and I had a basketball land on the top of my head once, like right here, and I remember it pushed it down just enough that I felt like a crack in my neck. Felt so good. That ball was overinflated. I stand by it. Feature, like, end spike. What is an end spike? Why don't you, like, come over here to test the end spike? I don't know what in the world is an end spike? Is that like the obsidian pillars? Hang on. Oh. It's saying it's placing. It's just not. And Spike is an obsidian pillar. I mean, maybe it is, but it's not summoning. And Spike. That's really interesting. They're not really spiky. So the fact that the game calls them that is interesting. I get it, you know. I just don't get it. Okay, why isn't the ice spikes spawning when I use it? What's the problem? How close are you to the void? I guess I'm pretty low, but it usually, I mean, if I do the ice spike, it says failed to place feature. So you'd think if it wouldn't spawn at all, then it would just tell you like, hey, failed to place. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. We were playing at a game, it broke my glasses and I can't get them fixed till Monday. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. That sucks. You got a whole weekend to get through. And probably school on Monday as well. This sucks. Why won't it let me place... Why won't it let me place the feature? Okay, do an ice patch, does... Okay. I'm wondering... Maybe... this will help. But it doesn't seem to be. Try going to the end, maybe it spawns there. I mean, I can try. But I mean, I would think it would say failed to place feature. I mean, you guys can't see it on YouTube side. I need to get... I'm waiting for them to add the feature to my channel so that I can actually stream in both formats. That is so unlucky. 0 eyes. Wow. Let's see. Oh, that is loud. Okay. No end spike. Huh. Yeah, it says it's placing, but it's just not. Huh. I guess this is at least a good place to see why it's not doing the ice spike. I don't know, it's just failing. Okay. I'm confused. I am so confused. Like, I can place a whole end, or a whole nether fortress right there. Just by doing a command, and it throws no fit. It just generates all the way down to the void. But the second I, like, try to place a structure, it starts throwing fits. I wonder... Maybe it's about biome for the ice spike, but I don't... Wouldn't make sense. Because I can place all sorts of other things. Like, I can place trees. I don't know. Maybe look up what it is. I looked up the end spike, and it is the pillars. So I don't know why it's not summoning when I do it. It is a mystery to me. Let's see. I also have state and our largest competition tomorrow. Jeez, dude. Yeah, busy time. Well, hopefully you don't have to sight read anything. And if you do, hopefully your eyes are good enough to be able to see whatever distance you need to see for that. Let's see. What are you building? I'm building 1.7, which is the update that changed the world. So I need to put ice spikes here, but it's not letting me add them. I'm gonna see if I can figure it out. Data values, ice plane spike. Okay. I am curious if the bug tracker has anything to do with ice spikes. Just strains my eyes. Oof. Yeah, I could definitely see that being an issue. Hopefully you don't get too bad of a headache, and if you do, just be sure to rest up after you're done. Man, the bug tracker is laggy. Wow. Maybe you need snow. Snow is a good idea. I could try snow. I'm just trying to see if there's a bug that's causing this first, but it's a slow sight. What does this have to do with ice spikes? Okay. Some features of /place feature claim to succeed in placing, but do not get placed. This is in snapshot 22W03A. But it was considered invalid. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. This is an interesting issue to have. So if I do place feature ice spike not work. Okay. Is this the same one that I just saw? No, this is a different one. And it looks like it is still in the game. Or at least it was up until 1.21. It's considered low priority. It's confirmed. When using /place feature command to place this feature, it does not work. /place feature Minecraft : end _ spike. The game said it was loaded, but nothing appears. It actually does work, but under very specific conditions that I do not know, as I ran the command near spawn and I got the end spike to spawn, but only in that one specific spot did it work. I don't know why that specific spot worked, and not any of the others that I tried. I figured out the conditions. The spike only places if you try to place them in the ring that they would spawn in the end. Probably has been a bug since 1.9. if you use a mod to attempt to place a spike anywhere else before /place feature was added. Okay, so end spike is that makes sense. So why is the other thing not working? It's an all-day thing, unfortunately. That's, yeah. It's unfortunate. Take it easy when you get home. That's about the best I can offer you, sadly. I can't find... I just can't find anybody that's been able to replicate this issue. No. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Huh. So why... I'm really curious. So why does that work? Or not work on grass, rather, but when... Like, these, for example, would spawn on Podzol, not on grass the way I summoned them. You know what? It's not for me to know. It's not for me to know. That's... Some things are a mystery. And that's okay. That's okay. But you were right. You were right, Labmaster. It's very interesting that... So I wonder... Why did it not work for the jungle temple? Huh. I don't know. Why remove leaf litter? Because I'm building each update, and leaf litter wasn't added until 1.21.5? 1.21.6? I don't remember. But I'm still on 1.7, so I'm just trying to keep it as authentic as I can right now. Make sure that all the leaf litter is removed and all that. Hello, Ellently. Welcome on in. Thank you for spending your taxes. I appreciate it. You mean 1 a.m. Saturday? Yeah, unfortunately. Let's see if I can do /place feature snow. Okay, I can get it to summon sometimes. Can I replace? Is that a feature we have? /replace /fill snow replace grass _block. Okay, hang on. We're gonna try this. So from right here to there. It's snow block. It's snow block. It's snow block. Why did I... That would have worked otherwise. No _block. Man. Okay. On the bright side, that's not a terrible thing to fix. It's just silly, stupid mistakes like that, you know? I don't think it worked. It did. Well, it sort of did. It removed all that grass that was there. It will work. I just gotta do it right this time. Let's see. So, what block am I on right now? Because I wish it would say, you know, what block I'm at, you know? We're at 168, negative 168. 81, negative 1538. Okay. And then down here. And this one will be... boop. There we go. That's better. And then I just want to do... I guess... add ice spike. It looks like there's still very specific conditions that allow them to spawn. And I don't know what they are. But I am still going to add these as it will let me. We got really unlucky and it added one tiny one, and now all at once is the big ones. Okay, new feature for you all. If you pause the game, it's like, let's say you're falling and you're about to land in a pit of lava and you need to find your stuff. You can still press F3 in the pause menu. That used to not be the thing you could do. That used to not be a thing you could do. And I believe if you do F3 and C, yep, it'll copy your coordinates. So now you can still fall to your death now. And maybe a pit of lava isn't a good choice, but like if you're about to fall off into some cliff and you can't get back, now you can still Control V and it'll tell you exactly where you were, down to the exact decimal number. And you won't be able to run this if you're in a survival world or a legit survival world. You wouldn't be able to run the whole command to teleport back. But you'd be able to see where you were and then use those coordinates to get back. That's an interesting thing. I know debug screen is like considered by Mojang to not be an officially supported feature, but it is very interesting nonetheless to see that change. I'm assuming you can't. Yeah. Now I wonder, does that work in survival? Hang on. Okay. Does work in survival. Okay. Can you open it on death screen? That's a good question. Let me set my spawn. /spawn point. /kill. Yep. Yep, you sure can. I guess technically speaking, this is balanced between Java and Bedrock. Because Bedrock has coordinates on screen all times when you have it enabled. So when you die, you can still see your coordinates. So I would say this is actually... this would be a balancing change to be able to pull up your coordinates at any time. But I wish... I don't know. I wish Bedrock had the ability to toggle on and off coordinates. I don't know. I wish we had that in Bedrock, not in death screen. Really, it's not on the death screen? So they specifically removed it from Bedrock then. That's interesting. Huh. That is really, really, really interesting. Part of me kind of wishes they would take coordinates away from being viewable at all times and making it so that you could only see them when you have a map, like in console edition. But I know the pushback that would get. But it would be so nice. Oh, that's not the right thing. There we go. I want to try to put one more right here if I can. Okay, how does that look? It's not too bad. We'll have to still do some work to all the underside so that it fills in everything, but that's pretty good. That is pretty good. I have found somebody lost the oh, dude. The amount of things that I've lost because I could never get back to my stuff. It's crazy. It is actually crazy. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. I have mini-map texture packs. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I like, I miss console edition because it used to be you'd have a map, like one of these items, and you'd open it, and then at the top of the screen it would tell you your X, Y, and Z, and that was the only way you could find where you were in console edition. There we go. That's a little better. It's actually kind of cool. I didn't even realize that. But I doubt we'll ever get something like that ever again. Because it's useless, admittedly. But yeah, it used to be you'd only have it at the top of the screen right there. And it would tell you your X, your Y, and your Z. And that was all. Now, you only had one map, too. Or maybe you had two. Maybe you had four. At most. But in console, your map size was so small. Originally. And then, as newer generation consoles came out, they upped the world size for those consoles. So you could actually go a lot farther. But it used to be that maps were, you know, your world size is like, was it maybe 512 by 512? I'm curious. Hang on. How large was a Minecraft Xbox 360 world? It was 864 by 864. That was... It's kind of crazy. Man. Oh no. So I'm curious. Wait. So Legacy Console Edition. You had 864 by 864, which would have been for like Xbox, PlayStation, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, PS Vita, and Wii U. That was the only size you'd get. Then you'd have the next generation consoles, so Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch. You had small and medium worlds, which were 1024 by 1024, and 3072 by 3072. And then there was another size that didn't include Nintendo Switch, and that would have been a large size world, which was 5120 by 5120. The nether area was even smaller, And on classic sizes, it was 288 by 288, which made the nether to overworld ratio 1:3 instead of the typical 1:8. That is so interesting. The new Nintendo 3DS had 3 different sizes. You had 672 by 672, 1344 by 1344, and then 2016 by 2016. That is so interesting. Just froze, or were you being completely still? I'm being completely still. I'm back now though. Map details, how cool? Yes, I love that. I may have to. I'd kind of like to have all the maps strung together just to see how it would look, because I mean we've got a lot of area to show off, I suppose. Classic on mobile, yeah, they do have classic world sizes on I think on all Bedrock Edition, or it may just be only on mobile now, but it used to be that you could do it on consoles as well. I remember I watched a guy, his name was IBX Toycat. I'm sure probably a lot of you have heard of him at least. He's pretty popular now, I would say. But I used to watch him all the time, and he did a world where him and all of his subscribers would destroy the whole original world size, the classic world size. And it was interesting watching that series for a little bit. I don't know if he ever finished it, but it was something I remember watching him do for a while. You could turn this into a skyblock map with lore. Oh boy. Oh boy. I have thought about trying to do some sort of skyblock challenge with all of these islands, but I don't know if I will or not. And maybe not these islands in specific. I may rebuild them at some point in time if that's the case of what I would do. Just to... I would be interested to see if I could create like a whole challenge pack almost. That would be based around going through all the updates that are and playing Skyblock through that. But I actually want to play Minecraft through every update in just base vanilla instead first, and then maybe I would do that later. I don't know. I froze. I'm back. Hey, welcome back. Sorry that you froze. If anyone is watching on Twitch Mobile, I have a question. Are you able to see my stream in vertical format? Because Twitch is eating up a lot more of my bandwidth right now. And I can't seem to find evidence that it is or is not doing it. So I'll just ask you guys and maybe you can tell me. Let's see. If I go into here, I want to actually watch. Can I do that? Yeah, no, it doesn't seem to do it. And maybe my phone version is outdated. I don't know. I do not know. I gotta play my show. All right, sounds good, Lab Master. Go play the show. Go do the things. Appreciate you for popping in. I hope everything goes well, and I hope your new glasses come in soon. Okay, we finished this. What's on the next island? Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Do I need to do any more islands for this? Technically speaking, I could do like a flower forest and things like that, but I may add those afterwards. I may also do an amplified island, but I have a way that I would prefer to do that. Probably world editing a whole amplified mountain maybe, and then placing that right into the world, just because it would be so much easier to do that than to try to build one. Okay, so 1.8 would be next, which is the Bountiful update. And this one adds all sorts of things. That's a lot of things that I don't want to mess with right now, if I'm honest. If I'm completely and totally honest, I don't want to mess with this. But if I get this done, how many updates would that leave? So you got 1.8, 1.9, 1.10, which was the Frostburn update, 1.11, which was the Exploration update, 1.12, which was World of Color, 1.13, which is Update Aquatic. 6, right? 1.14, which is Village and Pillage. 1.15, which is Buzzy Bees. I'll just start counting it off now because I know the rest from my head. 1.16, which is the Nether update. 1.17, which is Caves and Cliffs Part 1. 1.18, which is Caves and Cliffs Part 2. 1.19, which is the Wild update. 1.20, which is Trails and Tales. 1.21, which is Trial Chambers. What was that called? Did it have anything to do with Trials? Trial. What was 1.21 even called? Wait. 1.21 was Tricky Trials. Okay. So you got Tricky Trials, and then all the little updates surrounding that as well, which I would just put into around 1.21, which would be, I guess, 15 more updates to go. If I do this next one, it would only be 14 to go. Okay, let's just look. 1.8, the Bountiful update. It adds a whole bunch of new blocks and items, which I will easily be able to do. In terms of world generation, it adds in the underground granite, andesite, and diorite. So when I build the actual island, I'll just add some granite, andesite, and diorite to the generation. It also adds ocean monument. Outside of that, does it add any other world gen changes? Oh, wait. Stained clay. I didn't even realize this. I forgot. Hang on. We gotta go back. Some of you may have been laughing at this earlier, and I didn't even realize. So stained clay wasn't in the game yet when the temples were added. So we need orange wool. And I guess, is this blue in here? Is this blue? Yeah, it's blue. Blue wool. It was originally wool. I just happened to see that in the changelog for the Bountiful update, and I was like, oh wait, hold on. Don't know how that slipped my mind, really. But it did. I'm assuming I'm doing it right as well. I think it was orange wool. It makes the most sense that it is orange terracotta. Okay. Caverns generated on desert mesa, mega taiga, and mushroom biome. Swampland generation changed the marsh-like areas. Red sandstone generated at cavern entrances and mesa biomes. Nether fortresses chests now had obsidian. Witch huts no longer had the red mushroom inside of the flower pot. I don't think... We could do this pretty easily then, yeah. I'm trying to think of the best way to represent the ocean monument in this, because that's like the biggest world gen feature that I could show off. And I don't have a great way to do that. So, how do I want to do it? What if we do like a miniature of it? So like, I mean really, really, really small. So if we come over here, slash place or slash set block, times 853, okay. Yeah, we got enough time to do this. Slash set block stone, or right here, stone, okay. We're gonna take out the grass. Boop. We're gonna do like a smaller island here, nothing too crazy. Okay. We need to fill this in, and then I'm thinking we'll do like a little pond that'll contain the ocean monument. It'll be like a 1/30th scale ocean monument or something like that. A little, actually more than that. See if it's an ocean monument is like, I don't know, how big is an ocean monument? Does anyone know? For some reason in my head 100 by 100 is sounding right, but I feel like that's quite possibly a little skewed. Let's see, generation mob structure. It's 58 by 58 divided by, I'm thinking I'm gonna do like a 3 by 3. So 58 divided by 3 would be 1/19th scale. Okay. I can work with that. I may actually make it a little larger than that, because that is really, really tiny. Alright, thinking right about here. I gotta remove all of this. Alright, I need dirt. Boop. And then I guess after this, we'll put in another layer just underneath it. I do need to fill in the water as well, I suppose. We'll get there when we get there. Okay, we need prismarine bricks and dark prismarine and sea lantern. We're also gonna need water. Gotta get it like how do I do this? Water is always so fun. There. Okay. 1, 2. Like this sort of deal. I don't know. It's an ocean monument. Trust me, guys, okay? Trust the process. You know, I don't know what I'm doing. That looks much more ocean monument-y than the other thing I had. It's less flat. Now it's not covered. What would be... what will be the way to do this? Tell me, sad brother, I'm here for you, but your subscribers go. Remember, I'm here in silence, listening to you. Or don't be sad. I'm not sad. Don't worry, Naomi. I'm just contemplating on how I want to do this. When in doubt, go to Google. Mini Ocean Monument Minecraft build. And I bet you somebody's built one already, and I just need to copy it. They got the newer blocks. I don't have stairs and slabs to work with here. Otherwise, I would. Let's think. Perhaps I just can't show this in its proper form. I don't know. Anyone got any ideas? I'm a little stumped. I'm gonna be honest. I'm looking over it right now. And I don't know. I suppose the best way for me to do this, for the video's sake, maybe I just explain that it's not possible to actually showcase it in the island format. So then what I can do instead is have like a sort of thing here that maybe like a player built instead. Prismarine. So we take this. Now we go across the top here. No clue if this looks even remotely correct. Oh, wow. I think I should put this on my build resume, guys. I don't know what you think, but let's flatten it back out, okay? back down to this level. We'll just do like that. I don't know. It's a good enough symbol to show off. I guess some people will see it and they'll go, okay, he at least tried. And then, you know, other people, they can just shut up. I think this is a great solution, don't you? I think so. That's all that matters. I don't love that. There we go. It's like a little, not an ocean monument, but it is just a little monument that exists here, and that's good enough. Okay, now let's put down the chest. Boop. Chest. How many items was it? There's a lot. Is it 2 double chests full? I think so. Maybe not quite full, but definitely close. At this time period, chests still couldn't be placed next to each other. You guys know you couldn't always do this? It used to have to be like that. Even if you placed them like that, you couldn't have a chest in the middle. It just would not work. So I've been very careful about that, trying to make sure that people see that was a thing. And it was infuriating. You wanted to have like a sorting system, it required a stupid setup. Actually what we would do is we would do, you could place trap chests in between. And that's how we actually did it. If you wanted that back in the day. But when you would open this up, it would actually lock the hopper. Because the way that works, let's see if I can show you guys here. If I open this, it'll turn on the redstone lamp. That would also lock the hopper because it's powering it. And so that's how we used to place chests side by side every day, though, back then. Now we have just the ability to put chests next to each other, no problem. It was an interesting thing. Granite, and polished granite, and diorite, and polished diorite, and andesite, and polished andesite, and slime blocks, barrier blocks, and iron trapdoors. Oops, that one. What's that? Endermite. Endermite spawn egg. Coarse dirt. Prismarine crystals and shard. And block. And brick. And dark prismarine. And sea lantern. And wet sponge. Sponges also used to not do anything. That was an interesting thing. They existed, but they just existed. That's all they did. We need depth strider. Wow, that was spelling. Guardian egg. Mutton. Want mutton. Rabbit. Rabbit stew. Rabbit hide. Yeah. And the foot. And then leaping potions. And right, that is leaping, yeah. And then rabbit egg. And we got all the banner types. Boop, boop, boop. I remember when banners got added to Minecraft Console Edition, it was such a big deal. Everybody was so excited about it. I can't tell the difference between cyan and light blue, if I'm honest. They look almost the same. Banner. Purple, magenta, pink. Okay. Armor stand. Red sandstone. And then cut red sandstone. Chiseled red sandstone. Smooth red sandstone. And then red sandstone slab. Alright. We also need the stairs. And then we need some fence. Oops, can't spell. Okay. Spruce, birch, jungle, acacia, dark oak. The rest weren't in the game. Yeah, okay. And then also all the fence gates were added as well. Acacia, dark oak. We also had new door types, which were spruce, birch, jungle, acacia, dark oak. I did not have nearly as many items as I thought I did. Okay. I suppose I could do a little more interest here. Slash place, feature, oak. And maybe we put another oak here. Boop. Yeah. Hello, Raiders. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. How's your stream, Mr. Fitz? It's good to see you. Let me get you some shout-outs. Boop. How was it going? How was Minecraft? If you guys haven't already, be sure to follow Mr. Fitz on Twitch. Great streamer. Awesome times. I've been over there a couple of times. I think we've raided once, maybe twice, and I've definitely been there lurking. But I can definitely vouch for him. So go check him out sometime. Pretty good work on some bulk redstone stuff. The tour of last season, back to making many boxes of rockets. Well, that's awesome. Did you ever finish the perimeter that you were working on? I know that's a longer term project, but I'm of course curious. Also, if you need a raid and run, head out, do any of the post stream things, please feel free to do so. We've been building every single Minecraft update version that I can anyway. And so we go all the way back to the very beginning, before even 1.0 to pre-classic. I'm not going to fly all the way over there because that's a long way away. But then we've got all the way up here. So right now we're doing... This is 1.7, which was the update that changed the world. And then 1.8, which is the Bountiful update, featuring ocean monuments and banners. I think that's it. And andesite, granite, diorite. So it added a lot of cool things that we still use. I suppose I'll also do 1.9 today as well then, which is the combat update, also known as probably the most controversial update in all of Minecraft history. It featured things like the Elytra, delayed hitting for combat, and shields, an updated end fight, end cities, the first end update. Probably the only end update we'll get for a little while. Nice, that looks cool. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been working at it for a couple of weeks now, and I'm here for it. It's just, it's nice to have. Been working on it for a little bit now. Okay, I see. That's why I can hear water flowing. This is loud. Wow. Hello. That should fix it. Okay. Let's see. Broke my world eater, hated life, stopped playing on the world for about 2 weeks, and I'm now building bulk redstone to build a new world eater. Ah, okay, I gotcha. That makes sense. That's fair. I would not blame you one bit. World eaters are a pain. I hate building any sort of flying machine because you build just one block in the wrong direction and everything breaks. I don't have the patience to run those things. So I don't blame you one bit. I respect you for getting back up and working on trying to build another one at some point. Hence the break. I get it. I get it. Let's see. I think that's everything in 1.8 that we needed to do. We'll hop over to 1.9 and take a look here. Alright. 1.9 was the combat update, released on February 29th, 2016. It included a new combat system, dual-wielding spectral and tipped arrows and shields. The end was overhauled with an updated Ender Dragon boss fight sequence, matching Legacy Console Edition. An expanse of additional islands with forest plants, end cities, end ships, purple blocks, shulkers, as well as elytra, which a player can wear to glide through the air. This is the first version released in 2016. Shulker boxes were not in the game until 1.11. I know that off the top of my head. And I want to say elytra were only able to glide. They didn't have rocket power yet. When did they add rocket powering to the elytra? That is my question. History. To 1.11.1 was the first version of the game that allowed you to propel yourself using firework rockets. So it didn't come until probably a couple years later, I think. When did 1.11 come out? So 1.9 was 2016. I watched the reveal for 1.11 that same year, I think. Frostburn update was June 8th, 2016. 1.11 was November 14th, 2016. So yeah. So it didn't come till later that year. Gotcha. And that also included shulker boxes, observers, and all those things. So we'll just focus on the combat update. That's easy enough. Gameplay-wise... Or, not gameplay, sorry. World gen-wise. Okay. So the end had mini islands, which featured end cities, forest plants, end gateways, end ships. Igloos were added to the game. Although I would have thought that would have been in the Frostburn update. Wait. When did the what was in the Frostburn update? Structure blocks, magma blocks, nether wart blocks, red nether brick, fossils made from bone blocks, strays and husks, and polar bears. There really wasn't much frost in the Frostburn update, interestingly enough. In fact, Frostwalker was added in 1.9. 1.9 should be the most loved update. Oh my goodness. Wait, I'm looking at it. That added mending, it added shields, it added elytra, it added path blocks. Those are all things we use every single day. It added shulkers, which eventually led to shulker boxes. It updated the boats so that boats no longer broke when you hit the edge of a block. End rods were added to the game. You know what? Dare I say 1.9 was the best update to ever come out. That might have to be the next video idea, guys. 1.9, the best Minecraft update. You want to talk about people throwing a fit? Oh boy. I don't think people will throw a fit over that. I think people will accept my opinion nowadays. You go back a couple of years ago, though, and when I say a couple, I mean, like, probably a lot more than just a few. But, you know, 5 or 6 years ago, I'd probably get absolutely mutilated just walking out in the street saying that. Okay. Let's just do the 1.9 update. That's easy enough. I don't have to do much. It's easy work. Let's go over to about, I think here is fine. I'm just worried about how big of an end city I summon. I'm trying to be careful. Slash set block right here in stone. Okay. What I'm gonna do is that is positive, negative Z, negative X. Okay. Slash fill. Okay. I want to go negative 20. Negative 20. Oh, yeah. End underscore stone. Okay. Now what I can do is I can go right about here. Slash place feature end gateway end island. I could place an end island. What the flip? Sure can. Oh. Okay. Let's like just flatten that out a little bit. You could actually use this as a training tool, I think, because they are so circular. Quite honestly, if you did use it as a training tool, you just place a bunch of those, then you use slash replace or slash fill, and then the replace tool, and that would work great. Okay. Slash feature? No. Structure? I don't have those. It's all under place. Slash structure in city. There is a way to get it here. I don't know. I guess I could do... base floor, okay. And then maybe end city. Second floor 2. That didn't work. Slash fill. From there to here. Air. That didn't work. It mostly worked, it just didn't work completely. Okay. Ba-bum. So how do I want to do this? This doesn't seem to be the way either. One of my friends did this perfectly one time and could like summon any structure anywhere. And I have no clue how to do that. And maybe it was a plugin that was letting him do it. I don't know. I really do not know. Slash place structure in city. Does not work. Template. Okay. Jigsaw. And that's trial chambers. Same thing with ancient city. Feature and platform. Gateway delayed. Gateway return. Structure seems to be the only way to do it. I wonder if I do slash set or slash biome. How do you set the biome? Slash fill biome. End. Highlands, I guess? I don't know. Slash structure in city. Okay. When in doubt, Google. How to place an end city into the overworld in Minecraft Java using the slash structure command. Okay. Slash structure doesn't exist anymore, so why is it saying that? Nobody has like a guide to this? You'd think this would be a more common thing. Surely I'm not the only person, right? That's just generation. I want like... There's a command that involves this. I don't want to use structure blocks. I want to... like generate an in city. Okay, the question is, will it work if I go through this? And I try to do it in the end. Well, let's quickly try over here. Just like right on top of this guy, okay? Does not work. Okay. Failed to place. It's failing to place out here. Let's try to go through this. Okay. Okay. Why did that work versus... Why did that work? Do I have slash clone? I do. Okay. So I need to clone from about... Probably gonna be too big. Slash clone from the end. Right where I'm at, which I can actually change within my chat window. Okay, that's awesome. 150. 690. 2. Over here, we gotta include the end ship. Like I said, this is probably gonna be too big. It ain't gonna stop me from trying. See where I'm at right now, which would be 886 60 586 2 slash, oh, wait, right here. Okay. Going to try to get it to go here. Keyword being try. To the overworld. That position is not loaded. Okay. Force load the chunks, I guess. You'd think it would still be loaded, though, because aren't chunks loaded for, like... That is loud. Oh, my goodness. Chunks are loaded for, like, a little bit while you're there, I thought. But maybe they unload immediately. I don't know. Okay, so I need to go right here. Slash force load, add... F3G. I'm just gonna... This... So, force load from here to... here? Okay. Let's try that again. No clue if this will work. Why didn't it tell me that it was too many blocks? You'd think it would go, oh, that's too many blocks. We're not even going to try. But no, it actually says, it checks to see if the chunks are even loaded. In my opinion, it would be more helpful to know that you have too many blocks you're trying to clone rather than that the chunks aren't loaded. Because I just loaded all those chunks for no reason. Okay, why isn't it letting me generate an in-city? Guess that's the ultimate question. Slash fill. To right about there. Okay. Surely this works. Place structure insert. Slash fill biome. We're gonna use the fill biome command. And what that's gonna be is it's gonna be right here, wherever I'm at. So slash set block. You guys are watching a man struggle, okay? End stone. Okay. I swear, if it tells me there's too many blocks in this area for you to fill, I'm going to kill something. Okay. Right there. To right over here. This will work. Trust. Trust, guys. Copium. Copium. Okay. Why is that a thing? I don't know. But what I do know is we can fix this. I can drop it down by like there. Okay, we're in the end. We're still in the end. Now failed place. Research structure blocks. Use those. See, the problem is I need the whole structure, and I don't really want to import each and individual portion. Because I can do that. I can do /place structure, or not structure, jigsaw, and then use, no, the template. Yeah. I can place each portion of the end city, but I need to place the whole thing. But the limitations of the clone command and the, well, any command for that matter, is not ideal in base vanilla Minecraft. I could just go get world edit and then copy paste it, which may even just allow me to place the structure I want. If I'm not mistaken, the structure block isn't just gonna let me outright summon end underscore city. Oop. I don't know. Yeah. Looks like you can save a structure to a structure block and then place it similar to world edit. I mean, I can try it. My only concern, I don't know if it'll let me do the full size. That's the only thing, because I mean, like, Minecraft is only letting me select up to, what is it? 32,768, which isn't a very large size when you're trying to copy and paste the whole structure. I am gonna try it, because at this point, it's better than having to go get world edit, because I don't want to mess with world edit right now. But if it doesn't work, I'm gonna be very sad. See, let's just start up here. Let's just start here. So if I do, I know I need to be at least above that, which I am now. /set block right here, a structure block. Okay. So we go into, yes, being a corner. End underscore, can I not? Yes. I can't use capital letters. Interesting. Okay. Thank you for the lurk, Panda. I appreciate it. And thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate that as well, dude. We go right about here. Okay. Corner in underscore city. Okay, so corner mode doesn't work the way I think it does. That's okay. So can I, where's the outline? There used to be an outline that this thing would show, right? End underscore city. It's a really big structure. So we're just gonna go, oh yeah, it's 100 by 100 by 100. Okay. It seems to be working a little bit. Is that structure void? Wait. Is that... It won't tell me what block that is. I think that's structure void. Structure... It isn't quite structure void. Wait, which one is it? That's the only one it could be. I think that's what that is, technically speaking. Huh. Okay, this is really laggy. Okay, it auto-updated to only being 48 by 48 by 48. Okay. Don't show me invisible block. And what I instead want you to do is... I guess it needs to go to the other corner instead. So we'll go this way. For mess with them, I was just Googling. I mean, I'll take any help I can get, that's for sure, because I definitely don't know what I'm doing. I've used them once, maybe twice. And, it's safe to say I don't really know what I'm doing, ever. But, it doesn't stop me from trying, that's for sure. Is that too high, or is... It could go up by one more, I think. It just has to line up with that sucker right there. Maybe. Slash set block structure block. The end underscore city. And then maybe I need 2 corner block, and then it auto detects that. I don't know. Okay, I've got 2 corners now that say end underscore city. So if I go here, size detected. That isn't the size. So it will not go any farther than 48. Why in the world are they putting such limitations on these things? These are powerful blocks. And Mojang is just capping them off like they're children's toys. Like, I understand it could be very laggy if you misuse it, but I don't think your average Joe is just going around placing these. Most people know what they're doing if they're pulling out a structure block, I would think. Although I am pulling one out and I have no clue what I'm doing, but I know what I'm trying to do, and I know that all the other ways I know how to mess with aren't working. Huh. Okay. Let me see if I can figure out... What am I doing? What am I even doing here? So... I suppose... I use the /place feature. Let's just see if there's a tutorial in the wiki about place. The place command, please. /place. Okay. / place, and then I want to do structure. And in cities using structure templates. So how do I... How do... what am I doing? Can I use the jigsaw block for this? They are used to generate pillager outposts, villages, bastion remnants, ancient cities, trail ruins, and trial chambers. They are not used to make in cities. Okay, what exactly is the command I'm using? Place structure. Which is used to place the structure. Okay. So how do I... How do I use this command? I'm clearly not understanding. So /place structure. Any chunk to be place in... What? Okay, so if you do /place structure, the structure and the position, and it gives you the failed error, then the specified position is unloaded or out of the world. That's all? Really? I don't think so. There's also other options here. Okay, now I'm seeing other options. There is no structure with the provided ID. There is no valid position in this chunk to place the specified structure. Depends on the structure. That's so helpful. There is no valid biome in this chunk to place the specified structure. Depends on the structure. Why would they make this so painful to use? Like, if I want to place a... If I want to place a structure that doesn't belong in that biome, I'm already cheating. Why are you stopping me from cheating? This is a frustrating limitation. Hold on. Why? Why would you do this? Why? Hello, Lab Master. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Cheat harder, get Axiom? I might. I might just have to do it. I'm back. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully, the show went well. I mean, they don't even have, like, the full syntax here. Interesting. Places a configured feature, structure template, or template pull. Okay, so structure templates would include the end city. Now, what are the requirements for a end city to spawn? It doesn't really say. Generation. In cities usually generate in flat areas and midlands or highlands biome, which are found on larger islands. One may find several cities clustered together or travel for thousands of blocks before finding one. Unlike other structures, in cities are generated in a noticeable grid. They are located only in chunks numbered 0 to 8, a multiple of 20. For example, one possible cell for an in-city to be generated is an x underscore chunks equals 0 to 8, and z underscore chunks equals 80 to 88, which is equivalent to the coordinates of x 0 to 128 and z equals 1280 to 1408. There can never be an in-city at an example of. Okay, so the structure doesn't say anything about anything. I'm leaving. I'm just leaving. I don't understand. I mean, I've even changed the biome. So why is it? Huh. Really don't want to mess with the in-city templates. I really don't want to, like, at all. Whelp is indeed the term I would use here. Dude, we did good. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Am I the only person? Maybe. I don't know. I don't watch my YouTube chat numbers, so you very well might be the only one. Someone's trying to nerf you. It feels that way. It certainly feels that way. At the very least, you know what I can do? Well, actually, probably not. But we're gonna try. Structure, or jigsaw. Ship. Not jigsaw, it's template. Ship. Where's the end ship? That's not the direction I wanted it placed, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers right now. Even though I really want to choose, I can't choose. So I'm not gonna. The ship got placed, yeah. I just... Alright, let's try this again. I'll just put it over there this time, okay? Let's come over here. Okay. That's... I wanted it over a little bit more. I know I'm so lame. There we go. I put it right here. There we go. Okay, I just need to do, like, I think I can do this. Hang on. slash fill. Okay, and I need to go negative 20. No, negative 20. Positive 20, sure. Negative 10. Air. No blocks are filled. What do you mean no blocks were filled? Like negative 20. Okay, I'm just being a baby. I missed the spot. I missed the spot. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. So that way is negative z. So negative z needs to be longer than negative x. Negative x could be like 10. And negative z could be like 30. Well, maybe. And then maybe we could actually make this like 40. Negative 40 instead. Okay. And then come down here. Boop. Why? I guess it is only 10. Yeah. I hate this game. That's like, it looks a little far now, but I don't even care. I will fix that later. That is a future me issue. I feel like, you know, I did my due diligence. I did try. I tried really hard. Mojang just doesn't appreciate my talents. And you know what? I don't appreciate their talents either, apparently. We're gonna finish this island. I'm calling it quits for the night. They will never defeat the human spirit, but they've defeated my spirit today. I'm not messing with any more of this. Pay them no mind. Mojang is being a little silly right now. You know, there's gonna be a very strongly worded letter to them tomorrow, probably, maybe. Like, hey, why is this still a limitation? Like, I don't even mind. Some of it is weird. Like, the slash fill command only doing, what is it? 32,768 blocks max. That is a old rule just because of old technology limitations. But we're in a world now where we could do that so easily. Why? I just don't know why we still have that rule. They redid all the command, like, syntax and stuff not super long ago. It's like, surely it would have crossed one of their minds, like, hey, we should probably update this because our technology now supports it. Or just say, you know what? Break your game if you want to. Like, commands aren't really technically and officially supported feature the way we use them. You know, they are a feature that is encouraged to use, like stopwatch in the next snapshot. And, you know, a lot of these are intended to be used at some point in time, but not in the sense of, like, filling 100,000 blocks worth of space. And maybe just make that a thing where you're like, hey, this isn't an officially supported thing for you to use in this way, so be careful. But no. Why do I have server version as an available thing? I'm not even running. Okay. I know technically it runs a backend server for your Minecraft but I feel like it doesn't make any sense to be running for the server version thing to work that way, but it does. I don't. I don't. I'm not gonna pretend to know. You know what I am gonna pretend? I'm gonna pretend that I'm happy. We're gonna end stream. Let's see. Hey, no, no, we don't lose. They haven't crushed your spirit. Never let them know they're their next move. Yeah. Yeah. I am not crushed. I am not crushed. I am just sad. Let's see. Who shall we say hello to? Not you, not you, not you. I haven't seen you in forever. What's up? Let's go say to Meg Ray. She's playing Silk Song. We love Silk Song. Make it till you make it kind of moment. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You understand. Thanks for stream. Take care. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it, Ellently. And everybody else who's been here. Thank you for the raids. And, I will catch you guys back here on Monday. We'll be back doing the same thing. Maybe I'll have a solution to this so that it's a little easier to work with, because we're at the point now where I actually need to generate a ton of structures, because in the next update there's nothing, but 1.11 has the Woodland Mansion, and 1.13 has a few structures that I don't really want to mess with. 1.14 has village and pillage stuff. 1.16 is gonna have bastions. 1.19 is gonna have the ancient city. You know, it's gonna start stacking up. I need to just figure out how I'm gonna do this. So I may just sneakily pick up a couple of mods or plugins to fix it. Cat King, welcome on in on the YouTube side. I'm actually wrapping up right now, sorry to say, but I appreciate you for popping in. This is also the end of the road for us on the YouTube side, because I don't have any friends that stream on YouTube. We need to fix that. We need to get some of my friends to stream on YouTube again. I'll see you guys next time, though. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.